We're in Deventer for date night, and I decided to do something I haven't done in 35 years. Try beer. Yep, 35 years. Hi, I'm Wendy, your Netherlands guide. I'm exploring every province and learning what makes each place special. And tonight, we're in Overijssel, home to Deventer, one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands. I'll tell you a bit about this province and the city first, then we'll get into my beer tasting. But stick around, because later tonight, we will stumble onto something I definitely didn't expect to find and thoroughly enjoy. Overijssel sits in the eastern part of the Netherlands, a province shaped by rivers, wetlands, and centuries of trade and farming traditions. At the top of the province lies a national park, one of Europe's largest freshwater wetlands with a maze of lakes, canals, and reed fields. Just nearby is Heathorn, often called the Venice of the North. It's a small village where narrow canals and thatch-roof cottages can be found. Visitors drift quietly under wooden bridges, but be prepared. In the spring and summer, it gets jam-packed. Life here at the holiday park moves at a gentle rhythm, where you'll find bungalows and quiet harbors nestled among nature's beauty. Further south, you'll find the village of Omen, in the region of Salland, which offers a glimpse of Overijssel's rural side with traditional windmills and family farms. But further east, you'll run into a much larger region named Twente. This region has a significant portion of Overijssel's agricultural and natural land. And it all leads here. Deventer, once a proud member of the Hanseatic League, as well as one of the oldest cities in the Netherlands, is now home to a population of over 100,000 inhabitants. A bit later, I'll show you the oldest stone house in the country, but first, let's see how my beer tasting went. I have 3 different beers here. She went from alcohol content of the lightest to the heaviest. So this is Hangout, that's 4.7 alcohol. This is Cafe Racer, which is 5.8%. And then this is a Belgium white beer that's called Whiplash, and it is 5.8. Start with Hangout. This is a lot of beer. It's not terrible. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm trying beer. It's not as strong as I thought it was going to be. I don't know how I feel about this one here. Let's see what number 9. The strongest one is the one that I think I may like the most. It's not as, maybe the word is malty or hoppy or whatever that ingredient that when we went to the Heineken Museum and they were showing us, this one is not bad. So, I wanted to update you on where I stand with the beer, and I'm just going to be honest. The Patriot drank this. He's getting ready to drink this, and this is as much as I've had in the one that I actually like, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. I guess I'm just one of those people that's not a fan of beer. Yeah, I tried. I'm just not a beer person. But now let's go see what it looks like on the shopping streets here in Deventer. The Patriot took one for the team and finished all those beers. And now we're ready to take a walk toward the city's Stadhuis. We passed by the iconic Wilhelmina Bridge. It's a steel arch that spans over the IJssel River, linking the provinces of Gelderland and Overijssel. But even before we reach the big landmarks, the architecture here just grabs me. I was told that the homes here were pretty, But I wasn't ready for this. I mean, seriously, just look at these centuries old homes. Now, some of them do have businesses inside of them, and I think a few of them have multiple homes on the inside of one building. But I really wonder what stories each one of these residents hold. This is such a gorgeous community. As we walk up the street, we hear the bells even before we arrive at the Grote Kerkhof, which literally means the great churchyard. It's a peaceful square framed by cafes and old facades, but I have to admit, the real draw is the Lebuinuskerk. I did a bit of research and learned that this church dates back to the 11th century and is one of the most significant in Eastern Netherlands. It was founded for an English missionary in the 8th century whose work laid the religious foundation for this region. Inside you'll find vaults and 15th century frescoes that actually survived the war. And if you climb up to the tower, you'll get sweeping views over the red rooftops and the Overijssel River. Across the street from the church are 3 buildings with 3 different stories. First, the original town hall, with sandstone facade and balcony, was designed in the 17th century. Next is the Landhuis, originally in use before 1337, but completely rebuilt in 1632 with a rich Renaissance brick facade. And then the new City Hall that was built in 2016, and it was created by using over 2,000 fingerprints of local residents to create its copper panels. All 3 stand together, a smart bridge between heritage and today. Now it's time for me to take you down the street from the Stadhuis to something truly special. Remember, these are people's homes to the oldest continuously inhabited stone house in the Netherlands. Building history research has shown that the oldest core of the building dates back to around the year 1130. Construction began then by the order of the Province, who became bishop in 1141. It's just another marker of how old this medieval city really is. We're getting really hungry now, so we passed some shops, and as you can see, the shopping street is pretty calm. A lot of the lights are dim, but this bookstore is glowing really bright for some reason, but I guess that's because Deventer has a long history with books. In the 15th century, it became one of the country's earliest printing cities, a hub for education and ideas that clearly is still here today. But like I said, now I need some food. So remember when I said we stumbled onto something I definitely didn't expect but thoroughly enjoyed? This was it. Viet food. Located at Brink 45 sits this little Vietnamese spot, and it instantly reminded us of our time in Hanoi. The smells, the sizzle, and the warmth of the people working there. We could even see them cooking our food right from our table. We started with fried spring rolls that disappeared way too fast. It was crispy perfection. And for our mains, I had beef pho, while the Patriot went for grilled duck. I wasn't expecting authentic Vietnamese food to be one of the best meals of our date night in an old Dutch city. But that's what I love about the Netherlands. Surprises tucked between centuries of history. I want to thank my friend and former colleague, Joanna, for giving me some tips on different places to visit here in Deventer. I definitely will be back. Again, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please remember to subscribe. Bye-bye.